Good afternoon, students. Today let we learn internal portion, thermodynamic principle of metallurgy. Last class we studied the extraction of metals from their oxides. Okay. So the extraction of metals from their oxides carried out by using different reducing agents. Carbon is a reducing agent, carbon monoxide is a reducing agent, aluminum is a reducing agent. Okay. So see the equation mxy gives m plus O2 general equation. Okay. So here that metal oxide is MxOy. That metal oxide is reduced to metal. MxOy metal oxide is reduced to M metal. Okay. So this reduction carried out with the carbon. Carbon is act as a reducing agent. Okay. So that reducing agent carbon may be oxidized to carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. That reducing agent carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. If carbon monoxide is used as a reducing agent, carbon is a reducing agent, carbon monoxide also a reducing agent. That carbon monoxide is oxidized to form carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide is oxidized to carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide also a reducing agent. So that suitable reducing agent is selected based on the thermodynamic consideration. So already we studied in 7th unit change in free energy. Free energy denote letter G. Change in free energy del G. Del G naught is standard change in free energy. Okay, the change in free energy del G, the change in free energy is del G, should be negative for spontaneous reaction. Some reactions are spontaneous reaction. That spontaneous reaction, the change in free energy is negative value. So thermodynamically, the reduction of metal oxide with a given reducing agent, a free energy change for the coupled reaction is negative. Hence, the reducing agent is selected such a way provide us large del G value for a coupled reaction. Okay, so that thermodynamic spontaneous reaction del G is negative. Next, let we learn Ellingham diagram. See the diagram. So temperature versus standard free energy. Okay. So temperature versus standard free energy. That reducing agents are oxidized. Silver is oxidized to silver oxide. Mercury oxidized to mercuric oxide at a particular temperature and particular del G0 value. Copper is oxidized to copper oxide, nickel is oxidized to nickel oxide, iron is oxidized to iron oxide. Zinc is oxidized to zinc oxide, chromium is oxidized to chromic oxide, carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide, manganese oxide, carbon monoxide, aluminum oxide, calcium oxide, magnesium oxide. So here that formation of oxides. From the Ellingham diagram, the change in free energy for the reaction is given by del G equal to del H minus T delta S. So change in free energy formula del G equal to del H minus T delta S. Del G means we know that is change in free energy. Del H means enthalpy. Del H means change in enthalpy. T is a temperature. Del S change in entropy. So we can calculate del G0. Del G0 means standard change in free energy. Standard change in free energy can be calculated using the equilibrium constant. Del G naught equal to minus RT ln Kp. Harold Elingham used this relation to calculate the del G naught value at various temperature for the reduction of metal oxide by treating the reduction as an equilibrium process. Okay, so Harold Elingham used this relation del G naught equal to minus RT ln Kp. He used this expression by treating the reaction as an equilibrium process. So Harold Elingham drawn a plot by considering the temperature in the axis X. So Harold Elingham drawn the graph temperature versus standard free energy. X-axis temperature, Y-axis standard free energy. The resultant plot is straight line. So you can see the straight line. Okay, so that is resultant plot. You will form a straight line. So del S as a slope and del H is a intercept. Del S is a slope and del H is a intercept. The graphical representation for variation of the standard Gibbs free energy reaction for the formation of various metals oxides with the temperature is called Elingham diagram. So what is meant by Elingham diagram? Elingham diagram means standard Gibbs free energy of a reaction for the formation of metal oxides. For the formation of metal oxides with a temperature. At a particular temperature, particular oxides will be formed. For example, so this mercuric oxide is formed at 700 degrees Celsius. The next, this calcium oxide is formed nearly 1500 or 500. The next, alumina Al2O3, it is formed 2100. Okay, so here that metal oxides are formed with various temperatures. That is called Elingham diagram. Next, let me learn the observation from the Elingham diagram. For the most of the metal oxide formation, the slope is positive. Most of the metals are formed in positive slope. It can be explained. Oxygen gas is consumed during the formation of metal oxides. Why that slope is positive? Because the oxygen gas is consumed during the formation of metal oxide, which result in the decrease in randomness, disorderness. So del S becomes negative. So del S, that means entropy. Entropy means disorder, randomness. Okay, so that here that slope is positive, so the formation of metal oxides result in the decrease in randomness, so del S is negative. So T del S is positive in the straight line equation. Del S is negative, but this del S make the term T del S is positive. So we will get the straight line in equation. So in this Ellingham diagram we will get the straight line. Then second point, the graph for the formation of carbon monoxide is a straight line. See the graph. Here this is a carbon monoxide. That carbon monoxide formation is a straight line. Okay. Straight line with a negative slope. Okay. So it will form a negative slope here. Negative slope. In the case del S is positive as 2 moles of carbon monoxide, gas is formed by the consumption of 1 mole of oxygen. Here 2 moles of carbon monoxide is formed from the 1 moles of oxygen gas. It indicates carbon monoxide is more stable at higher temperature. Carbon monoxide 2400 degrees Celsius. That 2400 degrees Celsius, that carbon monoxide is a more stable. As the temperature increase, generally del G value for the formation of metal oxide become less negative and become 0. Okay. So here that temperature increased, that del G value of the formation of the metal oxide become negative. Okay. Here all the values are negative. Negative, that oxide is stable, and this temperature del G is positive. In this temperature del G is positive. So this general trend suggests that metal oxide become less stable at higher temperature. Metal oxides are less stable at higher temperature and the decomposition become easier. So there are certain change in the slope at a particular temperature for some metal oxides like mercuric oxide and magnesium oxide. Mercurous oxide and magnesium oxide. Here magnesium oxide. So certain change in the slope at a particular temperature. Okay, so here that curve is there. Here sudden change. Here also sudden change. Okay, in that slope at a particular temperature. This is due to the phase transition. That means phase transition means melting into evaporation or evaporation into melting. The next let we learn application of the Ellingham diagram. Ellingham diagram helps us to select a suitable reducing agent and appropriate temperature range for reduction. Okay, so the application first point, Ellingham diagram, it is used to help us to select a suitable reducing agent in the appropriate temperature range. The reduction of metal oxide to metal can be considered as a competition between the element and the reduction and the metal combined with the oxygen. So oxide formation means the metal combined with the oxygen to form metal oxide. That metal oxide is more stable. That metal oxide element is used for the reduction is more stable. The oxygen from the metal oxide combined with the element is used for the reduction. So from the Ellingham diagram we can infer the relative stability of different metal oxide at a given temperature. So that conclusion of that first point, that application is that the Ellingham diagram used to select a suitable reducing agent and appropriate temperature range for reduction. Next, That Elingon diagram for the formation of Ag2O and mercuric oxide. See the Elingon diagram, the formation of Ag2O and HGO is at the upper part of the diagram. In the Elingon diagram, upper part is silver and mercury. The decomposition temperature are 600 to 700. Here only that decomposition temperature is 600 to 700 Kelvin respectively. It indicates these oxides are unstable at moderate temperature. The silver and mercury is unstable at moderate temperature. It will decompose on heating even in the absence of reducing agent. Okay. So the next Elingon diagram used to predict thermodynamic feasibility. It is a feasible reaction or non-feasible reaction. Any metal can reduce to the oxides of other metals that are located in this reaction. So, Elingon diagram for the formation of chromium oxide. See the equation Cr plus O2. Cr plus O2 gives Cr2O3. Chromium oxide lies above that the aluminum. Chromium is lying above the aluminum. Here is the aluminum. Okay. So that Al2O3 is more stable than Cr2O3, chromic oxide. Hence, aluminum can be used as a reducing agent for the reduction of chromic oxide. This chromic oxide reduction, aluminum is used as a reducing agent. It cannot be used to reduce the oxides of magnesium and calcium because which occupy lower position than aluminum oxide. Okay, so this aluminum cannot reduce to this magnesium and calcium. It occupies the lower position of aluminum. The carbon line, see that straight line is a carbon line. That straight line, that carbon line cut across the line of many metal oxides. This carbon line, it cut across this carbon also, it cut across many oxides metals. Hence, it can reduce all those metal oxides at a sufficiently high temperature. This carbon can reduce these all metals at a sufficient temperature. So here in this diagram, the formation of iron oxide, formation of iron oxide and carbon monoxide intercept at 1000 degree. Carbon monoxide intercept iron at 1000 degree Kelvin. Below this temperature of the carbon line lies above the iron line. So FeO is more stable than carbon monoxide. Okay. So this reduction is not thermodynamically feasible reaction. So above 1000 Kelvin carbon line lies below the iron line. From the Elingon diagram, Fe plus O2 iron oxidized to form iron oxide. that del G value is a negative value, minus 350 kilojoule per mole. Carbon is oxidized to form carbon monoxide. Del G free energy value is minus 480 Kelvin. Okay, so that reverse the reaction. Reverse the reaction means metal oxide to metal. That time del G value is positive. Okay, so that iron oxide decomposed to iron, del G value is positive value, 350 kilojoule per mole. So now we will use the reducing agent as a carbon, that del G value is a minus 130 kilojoule per mole. The standard free energy change for the reduction of 1 mole of FeO is minus 65 kilojoule per mole. Next, let me learn the limitation of Elingham diagram. Elingham diagram is constructed based only on thermodynamic consideration. It gives the information about thermodynamic feasibility of the reaction. This Elingham diagram gives the information about it is a feasible reaction or non-feasible reaction. It does not tell anything about the rate of reaction. Then it does not give any idea about the possibility of the other reaction that might be taking place. Okay, so the limitation first point, it does not tell anything about the rate of the reaction. Then second point, the interpretation of del G is based on the assumption that the reactant are in equilibrium with the products, which is not always true. Okay, so the interpretation del G standard free energy values are based on the assumption that the reactants are in equilibrium with the products. Okay, so it is not true value. Next, let me learn electrochemical principle of metallurgy. Electrochemical principle of metallurgy is similar to thermodynamic principle. So electrochemical principles also find the application in metallurgical process. The reduction of oxides of active metals such as sodium, potassium, etc. by carbon is thermodynamically not feasible. So some thermodynamic reaction, the oxide compounds such as the active metal sodium oxide, potassium oxide, that reaction thermodynamically not feasible reaction. This metal is extracted from the ore by using electrochemical methods. So Gibbs free energy change del G naught, that is standard free energy change, equal to minus NFE. N is the number of electron, F is Faraday, E naught is the electrode potential of the redox couple. E naught is positive value, del G is negative. E naught is positive, the del G is negative. So the reaction is spontaneous. Hence, a redox reaction is EMF of the net redox reaction is positive. So when a more reactive metal is added to the solution containing relatively less reactive metal ions, copper reacted with silver ion to form copper 2 plus and silver. Then copper 2 plus copper ion reacted with the metal zinc, copper ion is reduced to copper. Next, let we learn electrochemical extraction of aluminum, Hall-Herold process. So aluminum extracted by Hall-Herold process. Okay. So in this method, electrolysis is carried out in iron tank. That iron tank is lined with carbon. That carbon is act as a cathode. Carbon is act as cathode. Carbon blocks immersed in the electrolyte act as anode. 20% of solution alumina means Al2O3. So obtained from the bauxite ore is mixed with molten cryolite is taken in the electrolysis chamber. Want to take the substance is molten cryolite mixed with the bauxite ore. Okay, then about 10% of calcium chloride is added to the solution. Okay, then calcium chloride helps to lower the melting point of the mixture. The fused mixture is maintained at the temperature is 1270 Kelvin. So the chemical reaction alumina Al2O3, it is split into Al3++ oxygen minus ions. So at the cathode, aluminum gain electron to form aluminum ion gain 6 electron to form aluminum. Reaction at anode, so that oxygen ion is converted into oxygen. Since that carbon act as anode, carbon is act as a anode, so that carbon is oxidized in oxide ion to form carbon monoxide. Okay, so that carbon is a reducing agent. That carbon may be formed that carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. Formation of carbon monoxide, it lost 2 electron. Carbon dioxide, it lost 4 electron. Okay, so due to the two reaction, anodes are slowly consumed during the electrolysis process. So that pure aluminum formed at the cathode and settled at the bottom of the furnace. Okay, so then electrolysis reaction is Al3 plus oxygen ion O2 minus, reducing agent is a carbon. That aluminum ion is reduced to aluminum.